This is Andrew Wiggins. He's about to make a nice shot, but more than that, I loved how he just silenced the commentator. Check it out.
Dangerously, almost picked off 5 on the shot clock. Kings with good defense. Davis, Wiggins.
Gosh, guys, the commentator was so excited before Wiggins made that shot. I mean, let's hear that again.
Scored dangerously, almost picked off 5 on the shot clock. Kings with good defense. Davis, Wiggins.
That just cracks me up. But anyway, the Golden State Warriors are off to an incredible start to begin the new NBA season, and today, we're going to take a look at the 7 biggest takeaways so far. Number 1, of course, has to be the fact that Steph Curry is still unbelievable. The man is 33, turning 34 this season, and he's still putting young, athletic 20-year-olds into the blender. I mean, check this out here. This is Stephen Curry, and the one guarding him is Davion Mitchell, the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year from last year in college. Look what happens next.
Be busy for several days, so yes, they deserve.
Dang, guys, Steph Curry is still a smooth operator.
Shout out.
Curry with a crossover, took some ankles from Mitchell.
Another 2 points on the scoreboard, and it probably should have been an and one, if you ask me. Moving on. His performance against the Clippers was nothing short of legendary. I mean, first off, a 25-point perfect first quarter, going 9 for 9 from the field. And then to cap the night off, 2 incredible three-pointers to get the win on the home game opener as well. I mean, just check out how cold-blooded this shot is here. After being up nearly 20 points, the Warriors found themselves down by 2 with a little less than 2 to go in the fourth. Steph Curry has the ball in his hands and is about 40 feet away from the basket. And what does he do without hesitation? Cold-blooded, guys. Just cold-blooded. Speaking of which, with the magnitude of everything, it literally felt like the fate of the universe was on the line here, that the Martians had the death beam pointed at Earth. I wonder if Max Kellerman still would have said,
I want Iguodala. That's right. I want Iguodala.
Anyway, guys, Steph is still amazing and is playing at an MVP caliber level. And with that being said, let's move on to point number 2. Steph Curry has helped this season. The Warriors are deep. I mean, from taking a look at the stats of the roster so far, aside from Curry, 4 other players are scoring in double figures, followed by 3 more players who are close to scoring in double figures, followed by another 3 players who could go off for 10 points on any given night. If we take a look at just the bench, the Warriors bench unit currently are the 4th best when it comes to efficiency recap difference statistics, which pretty much means they're outplaying the benches of other teams. I mean, check out Steph's brother-in-law, Damian Lee, here in this play.
Came into the season 141 away from tying Ray Allen for all time, and already in 2.5 games, he's got 12.
That was a pretty sweet move from D. Lee. Almost Curry-like, with all the off-ball moving and using screens. But anyway, whether or not it's D. Lee, whether or not it's Gary Payton II, Nemanja, Poole, Green, and practically everyone else on the roster, the fact is Stephen Curry has helped this season. Next off, what I noticed from the first few games is that Gary Payton II needs more minutes. I mean, check out this hustle play. GP2 just contested a shot by Halliburton. Then
Halliburton out of the timeout. Had a great look at it. Curry with the rebound. Quickly to Payton.
This dude is a high-energy defensive disruptor and is probably the best at transition plays going from defense to offense. In that game against Sacramento, GP2 went off for 10 points on a total of 6 shots. Talk about efficiency. He fits in really well with the Warriors system. I mean, he did the same thing against the Lakers during the preseason.
They go inside. And Dwight Howard, who is starting the second quarter, lost it, and Payton the other.
In that game, GP2 went off for 12 points on a total of 7 shots. The man cuts, he makes his threes, he plays hard defense, and he knows his role. Payton never does anything that's not calculated and not within his game. The bottom line is, Steve Kerr needs to insert Payton more into every game. Next off, what's really noticeable is that the Warriors need better interior defense. They're getting beat inside by other teams' bigs. I mean, check these out.
In June in the playoffs, Zubac's inside, chiseling his way on Looney for 2 fouls. That's why Kennard is in. Look at Zubac's defense.
The handle. Holmes inside with the jump hook.
Working well together.
Holmes on the block, rolls in.
You just have to switch your screen angles. You see the shot.
Yeah, it was pretty painful to watch the Warriors literally get pummeled up close by opposing big centers. And that's where James Wiseman is going to have to come in. It has been said that the number 2 overall pick from back in 2020 has put on a bit more weight during the offseason. And according to Clay's father, Wiseman is going to be the key to the Warriors' success. In fact, just a little while ago, Michael Thompson said this of the young center. The key for the Warriors is James Wiseman. Can Wiseman elevate to the level of DeAndre Ayton? And he's very capable because this young boy can play. He's got a lot of skills and a lot of talent. So if you can see him develop to become DeAndre Ayton, the Warriors are in business to contend for a title. Wiseman is currently being trained by Dejan Milojevic on the fundamental skills of centers, which made Nikola Jokic the MVP, and he'll be reevaluated on November 1st. Moving on here, the next point I'm going to make is pretty obvious, but Jordan Poole is amazing and can be a huge difference maker for the Warriors. I mean, check this clip here.
All night long.
Jordan Poole has the ball here with about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter in a close game.
Had 6 the other night against the Jazz. You see right there.
The truth is JP3 has become a 3-level scoring threat who's capable of hitting his threes, shooting the mid-range, and finishing around the rim. One thing Jordan Poole does need to do, though, is slow down a bit. He's officially on every team's scouting reports now. So the way he's being guarded is different, and I think that's affecting his mental psyche of the game just a tad and causing him to make unnecessary turnovers. I mean, check out this play right here.
Green and Poole, a lot of
What in the world was that? Let's watch it again in slow motion.
Green and Poole, a lot of congestion.
Guys, I can't even see what happened in slow-mo, but yeah, Jordan Poole needs to slow down a bit, take a few deep breaths every here and there, then once he cleans up these simple errors, he has the ability to go from good to great. It's not just Jordan Poole, though, with the turnovers. In that second game against the Clippers, the Warriors combined for 21 turnovers, with 16 coming from the starting 5. In the fourth game against the OKC Thunder, the Warriors had 15 turnovers, with 11 coming from the starting 5.
They're defensively good reads. Draymond again, setting up Jordan Poole. He traveled.
See that excellent Dort defense. Curry bottled up, and it results in another Golden State turnover.
For this Warriors team to go from a pretty good team to a championship-level team, the turnovers department has to be cleaned up. The last thing I noticed about the Warriors so far is that if James Wiseman does come back and plays like DeAndre Ayton, and if Klay Thompson comes back looking anything remotely close to his former self, this 2022 squad is going to be really, really, really good. I mean, if those two come back and do what I believe they could do, this Warriors team is the team to beat in the league. Klay Thompson will probably go off for about 20 points a night while shooting about 50, 40, and 90, and James Wiseman, sheesh, this kid can easily average about 16 and 10. And with that being said, I don't even think a Kyrie Irving comeback would be able to save the Brooklyn Nets from the onslaught that the Warriors could dish out. Man, I cannot wait to see what kind of juggernaut team this is going to look like around the All-Star weekend mark. Oh, and by the way, guys, with all the new faces on this Warriors team, have you ever wondered what they think of Steph Curry? Well, I got the video for you, right over here actually, where I go over all the new faces and what they think of the two-time MVP. It's a big video, guys, and trust me when I say you don't want to miss it. Anyway, click the video, watch it, and like always, I'll see you on the other side.